European Ukraine was earlier today under attack. Next round of talks might happen on March 5th or 6th. A very big explosion that was spotted earlier this night. You cannot buy more than 10 kilograms of sugar. What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude, and this is your 9th day update on the Russian-Ukrainian war. These are just some of the companies that completely stopped doing business with Russia. Google has suspended all the advertisement activity in Russia. It means that Russian YouTubers are not getting any money from their videos. These are the consequences of airstrikes in Zhytomyr, Ukraine. Marauders across Ukraine are still being caught, detained and humiliated. In Melitopol, Ukraine, there is a big line of people getting humanitarian support from Russia. The government of Russia approved the law about posting fake news about the Russian military, for which you can get up to 15 years in prison. AMD and Intel hold chip sales in Russia. Airbnb, along with Booking.com, suspends its operations in Russia and Belarus. This is the current condition of Kharkov, Ukraine. A missile debris fell on the territory of Zelensky's dacha, and he said, "Missed me." And if you want to continue receiving such daily updates on Russian-Ukrainian war, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends. Thanks so much, and let's continue. Russia airline company S7 announces that it's ceasing international flights. The amendments into Constitution of Belarus will come into force March 15th, and one of the amendments says that current president of Belarus will never be held responsible for actions he took during his presidency. The CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, says that he will not ban Russian accounts, but if sanctions says that he needs to do it, he will do it without hesitating. The United Nations decided to create a committee that will investigate the actions of Russians against Ukrainians, and this is how countries voted for and against this proposal. Artillery strikes can be heard in Sofiyskaya, Borщagovka, Ukraine. Military airport in Mariupol, Ukraine. This is the video of anti-tank missile hitting Russian tank. G7 countries agree that they must reduce their dependency on Russian fuel. Russia blocks access both to Facebook and Twitter. Gunshots can be heard in Odessa, Ukraine. Due to sanctions and many software companies leaving Russian market, a law has been proposed which doesn't make it illegal to use unlicensed software. The city of Tbilisi, Georgia, a protest supporting Ukraine. In Czech Republic, you can now buy a pillowcase with Zelensky for around $30, and all the money will go towards financial support to Ukraine. Electronic Arts has suspended the sale of its video games on the territory of Russia and Belarus. There are protests in Belgrade, Serbia, which supports Russia. The Moscow Stock Exchange was not open for trading on March 4th. It was later announced that the trading will be suspended all the way till March 9th. Microsoft suspends all of its sales in Russia. NATO rejects Ukraine proposal to implement no-flight zone above Ukraine. Also, European Union prepares more sanctions against Russia. The situation on the nuclear power plant in Zaporozhye that was previously under attack is now under control. There are more than 1 million signatures from all the people around the world that are asking NATO to implement no-flight zone above Ukraine. Professional CSGO player Simple, he's from Ukraine. He stands with regular Russian people. The army of Ukraine continues to share videos with abandoned and captured Russian military vehicles. NATO is bringing military vehicles and equipment to Ukrainian-Romanian border. Russian paratroopers were spotted on the streets of Bucha, Ukraine. More than 100 tons of humanitarian support from Crimea to Melitopol was delivered earlier yesterday. This is an updated flight path that the plane has to take from London to Tokyo. A train station in Zaporozhye, Ukraine. People are still trying to leave the country. Western media, the Washington Post, says that online media campaign that Ukraine is doing probably violates Geneva Conventions. Many Russian media sources previously claimed that Zelensky has left Ukraine. In this video, Zelensky is making the video to prove them wrong. The president of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky, criticizes NATO and calls them weak because they won't implement no-flight zone. Elon Musk, who previously provided Starlink internet to Ukraine, says that some government officials asking him to ban Russian media, and he says that he will not do it because he supports the freedom of speech. Around 80% of Turkish population says that the country needs to be neutral in this conflict. People are doing protests on the streets of Melitopol, Ukraine, supporting Ukraine. The consequences of of airstrikes in Zhytomyr, Ukraine. The representative of Ukrainian delegation, Mikhailo Podolyak, who is responsible for talks with Russia, is saying that the next round of talks might happen on March 5th or 6th. Some Russian stores implemented limits on how much groceries you can buy. For example, you cannot buy more than 10 kilograms of sugar, more than 10 kilograms of flour, or more than 10 packs of rice or pasta. The residential building, which is still under construction in Irpin, Ukraine, was earlier today under attack. Visa temporarily suspends fees on all transactions in Ukraine. This is the current state of military operation in Ukraine. Russian military forces were spotted earlier today in Bucha, near Kiev, Ukraine. Earlier yesterday, BBC reported that the city of Tarkov is resisting. However, there is one problem. Tarkov is a fictional city from a video game. These are the countries and approximate numbers of where the Ukrainian refugees escape. Activision Blizzard, known for such games as Diablo, Overwatch and World of Warcraft, has suspended the sale of its games on the territory of Russia. The government of Ukraine has confirmed that the cities of Volnovakha and Mariupol will open humanitarian corridors that was previously agreed with Russia. A very big explosion that was spotted earlier this night somewhere allegedly near to Chernigov, Ukraine. PayPal shuts down its services in Russia. Thank you so much for your support, and until next time.